Hi, this is Andrew McFarlane with StartAJuiceBar.com, your trusted resource for all things juice bar oriented. And today I want to take a little time to just talk about location size, the location size of your juice bar. A lot of times people are curious about what is the perfect size for a juice bar, what's the ideal size. And in consideration of this, there's a few elements that you want to consider. I just want to start by saying there is no perfect size for a juice bar. It really is going to be a reflection of the functions that you need it to serve. So certain people are in areas where they don't want or need seating because of just the pace of the environment. So they can get away with having a smaller space. Some people aren't in those high density, high traffic areas, so they might benefit from having seating. So it becomes more of a destination point, and you can support people and just taking some time to relax. So those on the front end, when you're considering your sheer retail space, whether you have a patio or need a patio, or whether you have some inside seating, that's the question is do you want to have people sit down? And even if you are in a high traffic area, it doesn't mean that you need to have a small place or you don't want to support people in that way. You can, and it might benefit you. That's going to be really for your consideration on how, what kind of service you want to build. And I know that specifically too around the juice industry, it's not like other product industries, because it is actually something that does build community. It does build the desire for people to want to meet one another and to be social and to talk about health, to do these things. So I would say that even if it's on a small level and you only have 5 seats, it might benefit you. Next, when you're thinking about size, you really want to consider what volume of production are you planning on doing. So based on when you do your business plan or you do your financial projections, you're going to look and you're going to see, okay, here's how much volume we're doing. And then based on that, you are going to look at your menu as well and figure out how much refrigeration space do we need. And based on that, you're going to start doing some estimates and saying, how many people are going to be in the kitchen at any given period of time to serve this many customers on a daily basis? How much storage space do we need? For after the juices are prepped, there are all these things that you want to consider. And what volume are you going to be purchasing your packaging products, whether it's bottles or bags or all? How are you going to be doing that? Because for me, personally, my experience, I've had smaller places to the point of really actually needing, because the volume of our sales are so high, that we need offsite storage to store dry ingredients. So that's very inconvenient. You don't really, it's not ideal, but also it may make sense depending on the price per square foot that you are renting and leasing in the area that you're looking in. So there's a lot of factors to consider, and once again, there's no perfect size for any juice bar. It really is going to be a reflection of the kind of business model you have, how you want to serve your customers, how much volume of business you're going to have. And I'll say in general, I've never seen a juice bar that's probably over 2,500 square feet. That's really large. Most of the time on the largest scale I've seen is about 2,000 square feet. And those are places that will sometimes do classes, and they have an office, they have a storage space on site, they have a lot of different things going on. But even then, economically, the price per square foot justifies that because they were able to get a lower lease rate. So yeah, if you find a great deal and you can get more space for less, then wonderful, because that's another thing that you have to consider, is just how much are you going to be paying for that amount of space? What's the value of it to you? But and I've never really seen, we have a juice bar right now on Sunset in Hollywood, and it's about 400 square feet. We do have a patio outside that's probably another 250 square feet, but it gets tight in there, and it's not, for me, the ideal size. It's smaller than I'd like it to be, but we make it work. And then we have another space that's twice that size, and it's still also almost not big enough, because we still have to have offsite storage for all of our other, like I said, dry storage ingredients. So yeah, consider all those elements, and then maybe you can figure out what the best size is for you based on the area that you're in and the volume that you plan on doing, how many staff you plan on having, And if there's any way that I can give you some feedback on this, if you have any direct questions on this topic, please feel free. You can either comment below, or you can find a way to message me directly. If you're on this site, you always can fill out the contact form. And as always, wishing you a beautiful day. This is Andrew McFarland signing out, and I'll see you guys all soon.